Live from the Connections Studio Suites. It's Connections. Connections is relationship radio.
Welcome to Connections. Tonight, it's everything overrated. Maybe we should talk about some stuff that needs to become a little more paid attention to at some point. But tonight on Connections, things that are overrated. Anything and everything apparently is on the table. So if you are listening to us at connectionshow.com or in Tampa, Bradenton, or Sarasota, Gainesville, or anywhere around the world on the internet, okay, you can participate. Because we are going to talk about anything and everything overrated. Bands, musicians, celebrities, those people like the Kardashians. Ugh. Why, people? You can check us out at facebook.com/connectionsshow. We're also on the Twitter, and so is hashtag Lizzie said what?
That's...
How you doing? Yeah, times 2.
Oh, my lordy jeez. We done got another grandbaby. I'm like, really?
Yeah, right. You know, it's nice that you refer to your son as a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
He is.
I mean...
Well, it's true of form. I mean,
yeah.
Lizzie the breeder, Lizzie,
right.
and her, now she's got 2 grandchildren, and they're a month apart from the same...
2 different women.
No,
same different daddy.
Different mamas. We're
History repeats itself.
I know. It's a full circle.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
Oh, and certainly be Linda Nunez.
What's up?
She's going to be Artist of the Week this week.
I am so excited.
I heard you got new stuff for her to do.
I have new stuff, and I'm so excited because I haven't had new stuff in a while.
Dude, very nice.
I know, right?
And on your left, the man with the plan.
I'm like that with sex a lot.
Hey.
Know? Something new comes, and it's like, oh my God, this is like,
wow.
I haven't come out with anything new. I've been doing the same thing over and over, you know.
That's PSP. You can find him on the internet as well. PSP. I'm going to handle that. My name is Melissa Fox with 2 X's. And together tonight, all of us, we're going to talk about some craziness called overrated things.
I really wanted to get with something serious at first. Here.
You did not.
Yeah.
Really?
One thing that's really overrated is death. Okay, death is overrated. Now, when I look, because I've been doing a lot of thinking about this, and I'm like, you know, especially when I do these on these days and when people died and how they died and start thinking about it, there's really very few ways to go out with dignity.
Yeah, that's a good
meningitis, emphysema, colon cancer. I mean, it's just none of it's really good.
No, man, but you can die in your sleep or drown. I hear that's really peaceful.
So this is what I want, because I think death is overrated, and I think there's going to be a point in my life where I'm so miserable, whether it's, you know, I'm, you know, dying of emphysema or cancer or something like that, and need some help as far as a little assisted suicide without them knowing about it. So here's what I proposed to my wife. I said, okay, this is going to happen, because we have this rule, you know, when we're in a certain position, that I have to tap her leg when I can't breathe anymore, right? And so one day I'm just not going to tap. And that's kind of the plan. So I wanted to put that out there in the open, so when that does happen, she doesn't go to jail. Because, like I said, death is overrated, and when I go, I want to go out swinging.
A line drive home run.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw this out. And heavy people, men, you can disagree with me, but I think bacon is overrated.
Shut your mouth.
High five, Lizzie. Right here.
See,
right here.
Bacon.
I like bacon,
I'm
but
going to say
I
it
don't.
again. Bacon is overrated. I can eat a pound of the crap, okay?
The perfect piece
Bacon
of bacon
is overrated.
No.
Ever since I started having issues with my teeth, I'm like, damn, it's too crispy. It kind of gets up in places you don't need it. And you could just use that lard, that bacon grease, and get away with it. But bacon is not the end-all, be-all.
Preach, Lizzie.
Yes, it is.
Preach, Lizzie.
Because you don't have to actually eat it. You could just drink the drippings.
That's what I'm saying. But it's still not the end-all, be-all. There are things
See,
more
that's,
important than
I'm
bacon.
with you on this,
now.
because I have never really, I mean, sometimes I'll put bacon on my burgers, you know, but I don't go crazy for it. I had my nephew one time make this thing that it was very unusual. It looked like a woven basket of bacon.
Yeah.
And
that's
I couldn't believe, I'm like, you know, I'd be dead in 3 weeks. I would.
I mean,
My cholesterol and blood pressure probably ain't that great as is, and then putting that on top of it.
It's not healthy.
I'd
But,
rather die by
but
suffocation.
overrated? Can you really say that?
No, I have said it.
Oh.
It is out there on the internet. Hashtag bacon is life, bacon is BS.
You know something? You suck.
That's the way it is. Now, Rebecca's mad at me. She says bacon's the only food group she recognizes. Tommy says it's bacon. Jay says bacon. Linda Vall says I love bacon. And Tommy says he's lost all respect for me at this point. Fine. I stand by it. Bacon, overrated. Especially that center cut crap now. You go into like any of your Winn-Dixie's, your Publix down here in the Central Florida area. And you are paying like up to $8 a pound for barely a pound of bacon.
Supply and demand. They
Right,
got
and it's
you
not
there.
even that good. You flip it over and it's all this fat and there's like
Whoever's marketing
They're-
that is brilliant. By the
and,
way.
and don't even get me started on turkey bacon. That's
That's stupid.
chemical crap.
and also
Horrible.
People don't realize that the turkey bacon, if you look at the
It's worse for
amount
you
of
than
cholesterol,
anything.
it's actually
It's
higher.
got more
percentage.
cholesterol,
Are
more
you
sodium.
serious? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Rebecca
back
said, buy a
on.
hog and make your own bacon. Tommy says, I'm going to make me a bacon and grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, you know what else is overrated? Cats.
You know, it's a shame. There's a lot of them out there on these rescue places. But you know what? If you would just spay and neuter your cats, please.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, we have this neighbor 2 doors down that just she's got like
and they all got cat felines and
Yeah,
whatnot.
they got the fades.
The fibs.
The what?
The
The
fades.
fades.
The fades.
What's
the
that?
feline AIDS.
Feline AIDS.
Oh, that's a big thing?
Really bad.
Apparently, yeah. 'cause-
It's not a good thing at all.
Well, here's the thing.
But-
So, yeah, we bring our my son finds this cat across the street a year and a half ago, and the thing was it was a baby, and it was pretty much dying. So my son saves it, right? So we end up going to get this thing fixed, you know,
Right.
as you're supposed
and what did the
to.
vet drag Daddy aside and say to you?
Your cat has the fades.
Yeah.
I think it was Bat Dad too, because of the way he said
Yeah,
it.
he did.
He has the fades. And I was like, oh my god. So, you know, of course, I asked the first questions. Well, can he pass it to me?
What?
Okay, but I'm going back to my initial statement, Linda Nunez, and that is that bacon and cats are overrated. Okay, tonight we're talking about overrated things. Jesus!
I think Jesus is overrated.
Whatever.
Jesus.
You guys suck.
You know, it's like
think
Me and
Jesus
Lizzie,
is overrated?
we're going to be
It's like looking in a mirror,
Jesus of
so.
heaven,
Jesus.
hanging out and
That's
going,
right.
you guys
Why?
messed up.
I'm saying a lot of it is overrated. I'm not saying I
overrated
don't
at all.
believe in
You're-
Jesus.
I mean, do
Stop
you really
saying
think
that
he
you're
looked
messing
like
up
that?
your karma right now by
Of
saying
course
Wait,
he
that.
like
didn't.
what?
It's from the. He's a lot darker than that, but of course
I mean,
they make him white Jesus.
I definitely see the resemblance.
White Jesus! No, he's more mud people than anything.
Yeah.
He's
Well, not according to this picture.
olive
He looks
skin.
just like me.
Yeah, he's more Egyptian.
Should
Yeah,
be
I
more
agree.
olive skin, but either way, Jesus overrated.
Nope.
Anyone, fight me.
No.
Whatever.
Come on.
You're dumb.
You're stupid to say that out loud.
You're stupid.
Son, you got a panty on your head.
You know what I absolutely hate?
No, because you haven't said a damn thing. Hi.
3D technology.
You do not.
I do. I actually get sick.
Really?
My wife does
Because
too.
is that why you hate it? Because it makes you
Yeah.
nauseous?
Yeah, it makes me sick.
I agree. I feel like I'm on a ride that I don't want to be on.
Yes.
Oh, I
It's
see.
stupid. And it's like, I have a family member who that's all they want to see is their movies in 3D. And I'm just like, well, have fun.
Well,
Do they go to all those IMAX theaters?
Yes.
see,
and it's even
I've
worse.
never been to those, but I would say that, like, the 3D experience I had with Back to the Future, you know what I mean, at Universal?
I didn't think it was that good.
Oh, man, I love that
I
one.
love it when they dump us into the with the prehistoric
Yeah,
stuff.
the T-Rex.
They have gone too far.
No, it's
movie is
overrated. You know what really is? Deep fried everything. Jesus.
How about
good.
deep fried butter? That's my
Oh,
favorite.
Oh, my God.
Y'all have never had deep fried butter with a little bit of powdered sugar on it?
No.
This is Connections.
See, that's strange. Huh? Oh, no, actually, a lot of guys have 3.
What did I teach you about loyalty?
Milk the cow till it's dry, then make hamburger and wallets.
I'm gonna get a pen to write that down. Don't say anything while I'm gone.
Welcome back to Connections. We are live every Monday night on Gabnet.net. Thank you, Citizens Panel, for hanging out with us. What is this sadness?
Oh my God. I'm going home.
Fine. You know what's overrated? Dubstep.
Oh, yeah.
Dubstep is
I
freaking
agree with
overrated.
that.
Okay?
I do. Yep.
I think I like 3 dubstep songs.
I don't think I like
And I've heard
any.
a lot, but 3. That's how
None.
many I could grab out of there.
You
Just
hate
3? That's it?
Yes.
I hate dubstep.
Yeah, I still, even when I take ecstasy, which I don't,
Yeah, I can't do this.
I still won't listen to it.
Sorry, I'm not. I can't handle this. It's not new. Chocolate is overrated. I'm said it.
Oh.
There.
Really?
Bacon
and chocolate?
Oh my God,
chocolate.
You don't have a right to say that.
I'm un-American. Go ahead. I
You
don't even
are.
like French fries.
Oh my
I
God.
don't
She
really
doesn't.
Like
I
It's
really
true.
don't.
Really?
No.
It's true.
Because
I'll
they're
eat
French.
no.
That's
They're not
unheard of.
American.
I'll eat sweet potato fries on any day of the damn week.
They're not American.
But they're good.
Every once in a while, she'll grab one, but for
Mostly
the most part,
salt.
she doesn't care about French fries.
French fries are okay
Oh, they
for
go-
me. However, if you give me those crinkly ones, I'm like throwing them in the garbage.
Crinkle cuts because they're never cooked
They
enough.
taste disgusting.
They're never cooked
now,
enough.
Now I do like if I go to one of
Burn
the
'em.
fast
You have
food
to
people.
burn 'em.
They're the
Exactly.
worst.
No, I like them limp. Like my bacon. Like when they're about
What?
3 quarters.
For a girl who-
Look, just because I like deep fried ding dongs doesn't mean y'all got to keep bringing that up.
I'm just gonna say, I'm really not into the sweets either. Rebecca says she's not either, and now Braid says we left our street cred.
Because we like Tootsie Rolls.
I'm not a fan of French fries either. I can't help that.
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
So tonight on the show, it is all about things that are overrated. Now, I've mentioned a few. I'm going to carry them throughout the night because I'm a firm believer bacon is overrated.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
Now, cats, I'm with you. Boobs, big honking boobs, overrated.
No, they're
Somebody.
No,
Oh, just because
absolutely.
you got to
Hey,
say
well,
it.
you know, hey.
Hey.
I can't even hardly get
Guys
mine to
are-
move.
I'm going to have to take a break.
Lizzie has to tie him down to make him stop.
Oh, Lynn, I wasn't even sure you were grabbing the right area.
I was.
Linda Vall says, do it
Right
again.
here, right? Right here, right? Is this correct?
Pretty big. They're bigly.
All right, another thing I find overrated is accents. I was talking about that earlier.
I wish I could have an accent.
Cherry
do,
syrup,
you
syrup.
do.
But in
It's just not
particular, I
here.
think it's the British accent that's really
Let me
overrated.
tell you something. You know where people would like you? Australia.
Why?
Because you have that little southern to you.
Half New England and half Southern.
I know, and they would not be able to place it, so they would find it interesting.
See what happens here?
They like the American southern accent. What's weird is that to people in England, we all sound like this. We all sound like we talk like. Because
Sure.
if you ask them to imitate us, that's what they do. It's so sad.
It is what they do. You are correct on that one, kiddo. You know what else is overrated? And certainly not soccer. We still don't care. Even if we had a team in it. What do you mean we don't have a team in what?
I know. Did you see the commercials? I'm sorry, America. You're not
Sorry,
in the
Americans.
tournament.
Us gay Belgians.
No.
But now
And
you
my
can
Latin
root
guy,
for
Hans.
Brazil.
We are Germany.
Trophies.
Vote for us. We bought you the
It's-
Frankfurter. Ha ha ha. Mustard. Now you can vote for Croatia. They're like. They're like, we have a soccer team, but that is all. Good luck. I'm sorry, but seriously,
God, where's Croatia?
being a hipster is really overrated too. You know, one of those guys with the stupid man buns and the goat face. Oh
yeah,
my
they're,
god!
Or the ones they're like really clean cut up, in the hair, real short, and then they got this beard that's hanging down. And I'm not talking about you're messed up everywhere. That's cool, but it's when you're like neatly trimmed up
It
here.
speaks volumes. I
And then
agree.
down here you're like, F it.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Wait. How did you just reverse that? It's amazing.
Linda Voss says she likes Scottish accents. Good on you. That's good.
If it's no Scottish, it's crap.
Europe is overrated.
I wouldn't
never
know.
been there.
See? We don't care, but we know that people are like, oh, you should go to Europe. And we're like, yeah, whatever.
Well, the best part about America is the fact is that
We live
in
here!
a way, yeah, we get a little bit of each country wherever you go. So
She's like,
Yeah, if we want Chinese, we just
go
go
down the
down the
block.
street and we're there.
right.
Pretty cool.
Facebook is freaking overrated.
that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at a few days ago. Was this Facebook thing is
Hello.
really it's evolving. I think when it started, it was definitely at its embryonic stage.
Oh, sure.
But it's now evolving.
I'm getting better.
Video meme.
Oh, I hate
machine.
memes, too. Let's talk about anime and memes. Just overused.
It
The
seems
whole
to me that
thing. You're right.
there are more people out there that just share than actually have something to say.
And,
Right,
and they don't even
exactly.
follow through on it. They're like, oh my God. And they read the first line, and it's like from 8 years ago, and it was a joke initially. And they're like,
Oh,
boom. And they send it into the stratosphere. Exactly.
Or posting something, the passive aggressive posts. But I prefer those over the memes
The
and
fishers.
because now we're just getting to the point where it's a bunch of regurgitated things too. So you'll see the same thing over
Yeah.
and
I'm like,
over.
Okay, so far I've made a lot of people mad. I've said bacon is overrated.
I know this next
Chocolate,
one.
you got me a
Cats
little
are
bit.
overrated. Chocolate. French fries. I'm going to throw this one out
No,
there.
you better
No, I'm going to do it.
Oh,
It's going to
God.
piss everybody off.
Oh God!
I'm serious. Weed.
Oh my God!
Overrated.
It is. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard
Oh,
in my
you s-
life.
Overrated.
Stupid.
Weed.
I thought you were going to say lobster,
Let's go.
and then
Let's
I was
go.
going to fight you.
Let's go smoke a joint.
Pete and I are gone. See you later.
Overrated.
Well, peace out.
Disco is overrated. Tonight we're talking about things that are overrated here. Oh, true.
It's starting to piss me off.
Why? Because I said bacon and chocolate and French fries and cats and sex
As
Sex.
if that weren't
And
enough.
Jesus.
and the rock.
Yeah, you
Sex?
said Jesus.
I did.
She said sex.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
she
And
did.
weed. I did. You're right.
Weed.
You're right.
And
There's
she
a lot
loves
of
all those things.
a lot of things that are overrated. Okay, Taylor Swift.
Oh my God! Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are overrated in this world.
But
my
she writes her
friend.
own songs.
Y'all-
Well, aren't they supposed to? Wasn't that the
One would
normal?
suppose.
Y'all
would
just
hope.
don't understand the T Swift. I'm just saying.
I don't
I
get the
don't.
because I don't care to get the T Swift. Thank you. That's Lizzie, Linda Nunez, our resident musician and production director, sitting in the chair trying not to kill herself after that comment there, Lizzie. Thank you.
Do you want me to cry? Is that what you want? Do you want to see me cry?
Let's talk about the most overrated bands of all time, non-single acts. Hopefully Taylor Swift won't show up there because we're talking about bands. As it were, the Sex Pistols has to be number 10.
I agree. There was a song or two that I listened to, but everything else is
That's
pretty
all
much
crap.
garbage.
Come on, they're busy little angry children. And they made a big splash talking about, they created the punk movement, but pretty much they had no talent at all, and it was just Sid Vicious and his fatal heroin overdose in '79, and I don't know. Other than that, who cared?
And they're using straws.
Really?
I know.
You're listening to Connections, broadcasting live every night at 10 Eastern on gabnet.net and connectionsshow.com.
Thought about selling your home lately? Or want a home value report? Jameson Properties can help. Just contact Barry Jameson. His team has been servicing Central Florida for over 25 years. You can also search homes for sale at his website at barryjameson.com. That's BARRYJAMIESON.com. Jameson Properties has over a 97% success rate getting homes sold. Experienced, honest, and reliable. Give Barry a call, 407-876-2730, or contact him at barryjameson.com. Call him now. You'll be glad you did.
My man's ED is destroying our sex life. I know just how you two must feel, but Bob and I went to stagesoflife.net, and Dr. Dave Klein has saved our marriage. Try Stud Mix.
By reducing the degradation of testosterone to estradiol and DHT, testosterone levels go up, estrogen levels go down, and things improve in your bedroom.
It takes a couple of weeks to get things going, but now my man is back better than ever.
StudMix is an intelligent approach to giving you that boost that most men need.
Go to stagesoflife.net and try StudMix now.
This is Connections.
That was awesome up to a point, and then it stopped becoming awesome. Then it was horrible, and then it was back to awesome.
If we get splattered with blood,
I'll be back.
You can't handle the truth.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Say hello to my little friend. You get nothing. You lose.
Oh, yeah, you can milk anything with nipples. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Welcome back to Connections. Let's continue talking about bands that are overrated. Grateful Dead. There's another one. Totally the most overrated band of ever. And your legion of followers, too.
They kind of are. Yeah.
I went through the same thing growing up during my teenage years. So, yeah, they were, all into this Grateful Dead thing, right? They'd have the posters and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So I put it on an album once thinking I was going to rock out. And it was very confusing. Because all of a sudden it was like trucking. Oh, trucking. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like waiting for psychedelic. I'm like, this is going to blow my mind. I can't wait to take acid.
Awesome,
but no, I actually just, wanted to chill out.
Me too. I wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah. Just didn't seem like the best concert, But I guess you had to be there.
You're really high, I guess. Anyway.
To this?
I think it's very puzzling that the Grateful Dead continue to move on. I mean, they used to invite everybody to bootleg their stuff and do this. I don't know how they made any money.
I almost feel like it was maybe a lifestyle.
It is. It's like Fish, same thing or whatever that is. Now, let me say that at number 8, and I know a lot of people are going to think I just gave him a big swift kick in the Led Zeppelin.
Agreed.
What?
I love Led Zeppelin, but I think they're very overrated.
I don't even care for them all that much.
Unbunch your panties. Let me explain myself, okay? I'll state my case. Jimmy Page is a really good blues guitar player, all right? Not the greatest guitar player ever, okay? But quite good. That can't be ignored. He is, however, a very bad songwriter. Unfortunately, he's the guy who wrote the songs for Led Zeppelin, okay? Jimmy Page, which is what Zeppelin revolves around.
There's a bustle in your hedgerow.
Yeah. And often a band can overcome a lot of mediocre songwriting, but being in a great band with bad songs is like making a classic film with a crappy script. Okay? Some of Page's riffs, great. But if you look at the songs a little bit closer that are wrapped around those riffs, insipid lyrics, meaningless, or steeped in some sort of language fit for some DIY occult book written by Aleister Crowley and J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Riffs and performance, panache, balls out rock can only overcome so many songwriting transgressions. Boo. Okay?
I'm with you completely, 100%.
Plant's vocals in lockstep with his mates, pretty much. So more is more seems to be their philosophy.
That was another group that confused me growing up. I'd hear these guys and everybody'd be like, "Oh, they're the best," and I'm like, "Well, other than Stairway to Heaven, I mean, I really, a whole lot of."
I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I do. I love Led Zeppelin, but I don't. I think they're kind of overrated. Just as much as I think Nirvana, which we mentioned a couple times.
Yes,
very overrated. Lizzie, your thoughts, or are you just perusing, looking for chicken recipes again?
I was looking for like a new batter for my deep fried butter.
See, told you. I knew it. Try the tempura.
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that.
Nirvana was a good band, though.
No, they sucked. They were stupid.
Yeah, they made a couple of good songs and a few remakes and whatnot. And they were definitely part of the uprising of grunge and the Seattle scene, right? But
yeah, but if you really want to look at their lyrics, go look at "It Smells Like Teen Spirit." I mean, the lyrics are ridiculous. They make no sense.
No albino,
a mulatto, a mosquito,
my libido.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
If you were here today, I think Kurt Cobain might even say, yeah.
What were you guys thinking, man?
Dude, that was some crap, right?
I agree.
But have you ever heard Sting talk about his songs? He said the same thing about a lot of his early stuff. He said people put meaning to it. I don't even know. I just wrote words.
Da da da. It just
our
didn't seem like
Facebook Live Connections Interactive family seems to agree with us on Nirvana.
Good.
Although they've been hating on us on the rest. And I think you might hate on this one. Lizzie, the most overrated guitar player of all time is Eric Clapton.
Oh, boy.
Oh, as a guitar player?
Clapton is not God.
You must consider style when it comes to a guitar player. We're not talking about just raw talent or how fast he can.
I'm sorry, his work
fret.
is boring.
And we must consider the time frame. It wasn't, what we hear now. It's not Slash. It was tasteful, not carving up the wave. It was soulful, and that's.
I like Eric Clapton, but I don't think he was the greatest.
No, he's not. But he's one of the finest guitar players we have at this age.
No, Janis Joplin.
Totally overrated. I can sing circles around her.
Overrated. Yes. Braid said if I say Clapton's overrated, Rod Stewart should be on this list too.
I agree. I'm with you.
We all agree with you.
Let's get back to Janis Joplin, okay? For just a second. Unlike Eric Clapton, you can't accuse Janis Joplin of a lack of ferociousness or grit.
That's what I liked about it. I liked that she was like having seizures up there.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of like the Joe Cocker thing.
Right.
You know, just,
I mean, the cigarette smoke tinged, whiskey soaked voice. Often cited as the greatest female voice in rock history. Volume, energy, stock and trade. Unfortunately, volume and energy cannot overcome.
Hey, thank you.
The gravelly voice, tone, and histrionic delivery, as you were just talking about.
My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime. No help from my friends. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? That's it.
Here's what's a real shame about Janis Joplin. Because of her drug addiction and alcohol abuse, we don't really know what she was capable of.
Fair enough. Let's move on to number 3, Radiohead.
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly. I know one song of theirs. One song of theirs.
Right.
You can't even really play the real song. I mean, I'm sorry. It's sad, but digital explorations of these guys are not a good substitute for quality songwriting, in so much as forcing me to be shamed into a Radiohead fan. I'm not doing it.
Well, see, and this is a really popular karaoke song, and the reason being is because you can always sing it better.
Yeah.
You can do, even if you're average, you're like, I'm a creep. Hey, that's pretty good.
Let's go to number 2, The Doors.
No, I like the Doors.
Jim Morrison. Yeah, I do too, but Jim Morrison is not a poet. He's not a genius, and for God's sakes, he's not the Lizard Queen, okay? He was a drunken charlatan.
True.
All right?
The keyboard
He fronted a decent rock
right.
band that should have been lumped in with 60s California's act. It is not defining the great it is not the greatest rock acts of all American history. I'm sorry, they're not. They don't even test well. That's why you don't hear the Doors hardly at all on classic rock or rock stations that will still play AC/DC and Rush and all those others. They won't play the Doors because nobody cares.
I will say this. Pete just said just a second ago that the keyboard player,
he
was the key and the drummer as well.
Yeah,
I
sure.
saw him live at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville,
about
Tennessee.
Ray Manzarek?
Absolutely.
Right.
He is amazing.
Sure.
So if you want to seek out his music, please do, because he's worth it.
Fine, but he is a reason. And the only thing, that's another thing, banner-wise, that made the Doors fans is because there was a band without a bass player.
Absolutely.
And the sound of a band without a bass player.
His left hand carried the entire bass.
Exactly, and John Densmore as well on the drums. In the grand scheme, though, the Doors
and
really
it's funny
shouldn't
because
be as outrageous.
There are a lot of tribute bands that do the Doors, but the ones that are absolutely authentic are the ones who do not have it, because most of them will carry a bass player to make it easy, and the ones who don't, that's the authentic, because it's that old Wurlitzer sound.
Well, I will tell you, the number 1, the most overrated band of all time.
Better not be Beatles. I'm home. I'll lose my mind.
Shut up! No.
Really? No, I totally disagree. That's ridiculous.
I hate the effing Eagles.
Oh my God, I love the Eagles.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. It's Connection.
This is Connections.
Nunez Productions is a full-service audio and video recording and editing suite.
They offer voiceover, English to Spanish dubbing, transcriptions, translations, mixing, and mastering.
Does your business need new clients? Call Nunez Productions today and let them help you open the floodgates.
Offering services and products bilingually adds instant customers.
And that means instant cash.
Y por supuesto, se habla español. Visit NunezProductions.com today to get a free quote on your project.
That's NUNEZ Productions.com.
Does anybody know what the hell is going on?
2 words. Crotchless panties.
Oh, we've been talking about things that are overrated tonight. Anything and everything has been on the table. We've talked about bacon being overrated. We've talked about bands being overrated. Oh, yes, we have. And now it's time to talk about some celebrities that have overrated. Some people that we could do without. No, some people are just overrated, really. I think you said, Pete. Linda Nunez, how you doing over there, all right?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. Lizzie?
Yes.
When I say the name Kim Kardashian, what does that mean to you?
It means that I get bubble gut.
You get bubble gut, me time like...
I love my Lizzie.
Why do you think she's overrated? I know she's overrated.
Are you kidding?
Because she's, she's a mess. She's horrible. We're not really sure how to classify Kim Kardashian's unique version of fame, really.
I don't get it. I mean, with all due respect to you, girl, I mean, you are very beautiful. And I don't get it. I nothing.
I'm very confused as well.
It's not funny. Get out if you're going to continue to laugh and make fun of me. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing there that's really, sparking you there from, something else. I don't get that. I've never really understood that. Again, I'm going to blame the teenage girls. I think you're creating this weird fad.
You might be right. Now think about this one here. Vin Diesel. I find him to be extremely overrated. I don't think he's a very good actor.
I've been told.
He's kind of an ugly hunk of a man, if you ask me.
Be careful.
Dubious acting skills, kind of that growl. I mean, didn't we already have that with Stallone?
I don't really understand.
Still very in demand, but Vin Diesel is worth about $60 million right now. I just think he's overrated. The Fast and Furious films, whatever.
We all got a weak spot.
Kate Upton.
Okay, I have mixed feelings about this.
She pretty hot, though.
Well, what happened is, my wife will be the first to contest to this. That
it's the Dougie, isn't it?
There was this one video she put out like 5 years ago, and they did this 10-second loop of her just dancing.
Doing the Dougie, the Cat Daddy. I know. It got like 20 million hits on YouTube.
Right.
But she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit issue, mind you, 2012. There's an X-rated, if you will call it that dance, but otherwise, she probably just some sort of a big-breasted swimsuit.
Yeah, even here, it's like, you're thinking, it's nothing special. It was just the 10-second looping dance they got.
We just saw this idiot tonight on, Linda and I were watching some celebrity TV, could not control the television remote, so we were at the mercy of Tom Cruise.
I think people got to be living on the fever of the 80s still. I don't know what else.
Cocktail was all right.
That and the Top Gun.
Top Gun was good, but it was an ensemble cast, though. Yeah. Top Gun was not just him. Yeah. It was a bunch of people that made Top Gun good. Risky Business. Again, an ensemble crew. Okay, you had 5 or 6 people that all went on to have more careers in movie, I might add.
Key roles.
Yeah, Bronson Pinchot, the Booger.
I've got a trig midterm tomorrow, and I'm being chased by Guido, the killer pimp.
Becca De Mornay.
Yeah. Still floating around. I mean, all of them. So, no. Victoria Beckham. Which one is that? Which Spice is that?
Oh, my God. She's
Posh Spice.
But yeah, she looks like an alien.
Gosh, horrible.
She
really can't sing.
Picture.
I'll say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Oh, another idiot, Justin Bieber. We mentioned
Can we
him.
just move on?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
We sure can. Just bye-bye.
And then T Swift again.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
T Swift gets thrown out there.
Let's face it. If she was really
she looks like a bird.
No, if she was really as good-looking as everyone thinks she is and as nice a girl as she puts it out there, she would be dumped 1,000,000 times like she has been on the world stage.
Hey, you want to hear the song? No. I don't want to hear any more of your stupid songs.
Fine.
They all suck. I don't care if you write them.
But wait. I have my guitar. guitar.
Wait, I'm going to dump you?
Is this going to be about me?
Yeah.
Is this song going to be
Can I
about me?
beat you over the head with your guitar?
It's been a long time in the making, but it's finally here.
Stop the rock, can't 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 stop.
Time now for our sexy artist of the week on Connections.
Breaking stuff. Our artist of the week is here. Artist of the week.
It's just one of those days.
There it is. Uh-oh. Got something new for you. Nunez.
Breathe in the morning air. Observe the gold and it's then that I'm realizing. Behold, forget all of those, those who were scrutinizing. Take a deep breath and pass my way. God, you gotta love it when you wake up to one of those days. The ones reminiscing of the finest times. Memories of crisscross sailing in your mind. The world unhooks you, unhooks you like a precious wine. You let it go just like a little child. You're in a kid's feel, time no say, come run with me. Head down the street where friends are me. No apologies, we're all insane. Fancy free is simply sweet, it makes me feel so complete. Happy just to chill upon the grave. God, you gotta love it when you wake up to one of those days.
Just one of those days.
It's just one of those days when I feel it can climb any mountain, any problem before me. Everything's right in the morning light. There's no reasonable reason to worry. Grab hold as the day unfolds. It's gonna go in a hurry. Take a deep breath, lay back to stay. God, you gotta love it when you wake up to one of those days.
Alright, so tell me, Linda Nunez, our artist of the week. One of her new tracks, Just One of Those Days. What were you thinking when you put that one together, when you wrote that, when those lyrics came to mind, Noonie?
Well, actually, this is a co-write between a friend of mine, Mimi Ravindal, and I got together, and, she had some lyrics and a little melody in mind, so, I put a beat to it, a little bass line, and then we just worked on it together, and this is what we came up with. A little fun ditty, as we call it.
I like it.
And then we put a little cornstarch.
Yeah, I've never heard it in its completion like this.
That's Pete.
Wait.
Just one of those days.
Wait.
Nice. One more.
Just one of those.
You're in a kid's feel, I'm time to see, come on with me.
Community effort.
No apologies, we're all insane. Fancy free is simply sweet, it makes me feel so complete. Happy just to chill upon the grave. God, you gotta love it when you wake up to one of those days.
Alright, so when is this going to be available?
It's available now on LindaNunezMusic.com.
How much?
As always, 99 cents.
99 cents. LindaNunezMusic.com. Yeah, you start buying her tracks. That's called Just One of Those Days. And that is Pornstar Pete. Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
I love that. That just so adds
Is that
it.
badass? Right?
That is awesome.
He did that months ago. He's just hearing it now.
That's the first time. He was kind of surprised. He was like, oh, damn, I remember doing that.
A little bit like me.
I remember doing that. So that is our artist of the week this week, Linda Nunez, in the flesh in the studio right there, scratching her arm.
I remember she seemed really pleased that it didn't take like an hour or two.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh my God, I think you got it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did it.
Yay.
I walked out of there going, yes. I feel so good.
Did it good. Linda Nunez hooked up. Yay, it's so good. All right, so anyway, LindaNunezMusic.com. You can check her out there. Buy the tune if you like it. There are others as well. You can always sample that bad boy. Everyone seems to be liking it. Guys, thank you so much for your participation tonight. You are outstanding and not overrated. Matter of fact, y'all make connections. Lizzie!
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, whatever. Linda!
Love you, mean it.
Shoot what?
Oh, I know.
Horseradish tea!
Thank you, Melissa.
Hey, I want to say chop, 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 chop. Thanks for listening, everybody. Love ya.
Laughing time is over.
There you have it, boys. Case closed.
You've been listening to Connections. Find tonight's show and replays of our past shows on ConnectionsShow.com.